Alright, everybody, you're watching the Andaleep show, and today is 13th of July, and the time is almost 7 of the evening. So, this is the second video that I am making of the same content on the same day because that video was not really stupid, but it was a little bit of stupid because one of my friend bombed that video. He stood next to me, therefore I got a little bit of nervous and I could not complete that video. I could not complete that video as I wanted it to. Therefore I am making this second video, and on that video I was shirtless also, therefore I could not resist the temptation of uploading that video too. Therefore I am going to upload that video as well, and I am going to upload this video too. So on Saturday, as I told you that I was going to do a show on Sunday, which was yesterday, but I did not do a show because I had to go for this plantation thing. There was a program, Vraksharopan Mahayagya. It is organized in almost all of the state Ayurvedic medical colleges. Therefore, I had to go yesterday, and I was thinking we were going to some park, but it turned out it was not a park, it was a farmhouse. And it was the farmhouse of one of the BJP MLAs. Because one of my gynae teacher is married to a BJP MLA. Therefore we went there and we planted some saplings there, and it was a huge farmhouse. And it was like a sport complex. There was a farmhouse in addition with a sports complex because there was a swimming pool, there was a gym, there was a space for playing cricket, and there was a space for playing badminton and all the other sports. So it was a huge farmhouse and this sports complex, and my teacher, because she is married to that BJP MLA, she owns it. So it was good. We went there, we planted some saplings, we clicked some photos, and we had a good time. It was really amazing. I enjoyed it. And after I came back from there, I was thinking of doing a show, but one of my friend called me. He was shifting his room, and it is really tough to shift your room. Even if you are in your own city, it is really tough to shift from one place to another. But we are living outside of our homes. We are living some different city, and we have no family here. So what we have just friends. So therefore he was alone. Therefore I went there to help him in the shifting. And when I shifted that room, I was really exhausted after that. Therefore I did not do a show yesterday. So it was the point. So let's talk about today. Today I do not have any new topic to talk about. The thing is, let's talk about the thing that is going on in our country, the CJP protest, Sonam Wangchuk's hunger strike. Today is the 16th day of the strike of Sonam Wangchuk, and I have been telling you for the longest time that 16 days is like the record of Sonam Wangchuk for hunger strike. It is the maximum number of days that he has fasted in his life, I should say, because he did the hunger strike for 16 days back in 2024. And I do not think that his hunger strike, any other hunger strike has lasted more than 16 days. I think this is going to be his record now. It is going to last more than 16 days because I do not see that the BJP government is going to kneel in front of these people. I do not see that they are going to invite these people for talks. It is really bleak. I think they are not going to do this. So today is the 16th day of his strike, and he has lost almost 8 kg of the weight. By hunger strike he has lost this much weight, and it is tough what he is doing, and it is hard to watch him this way. All right, he is fighting against the government, against the corruption in government, because it was the NEET leak that caused him to do this hunger strike, and 20 people committed suicide after the NEET leak. The NEET leak, which was a problem because of the corruption in government. It happened, and it was a mistake of the government, and they are fighting against that mistake, that corruption in the government. But I do not think it is going to be successful. I don't know why it has happened, but I do not think it is going to be successful. The government is showing no interest in talking to these people. The government is showing no interest in inviting those people to talk. The government is showing no interest in calming the temperature between the government itself and these CJP protesters. I don't know why they are doing this. They are like not paying any attention to it. Sonam Wangchuk is a big personality. If something happens to him by virtue of this hunger strike, if his health worsens a lot, because of this hunger strike, it is going to get a lot of media coverage, which will be negative for the government. But I do not know why they are not acting before this happens. I think they are thinking they are just immune. They are just immune to these strikes. They are immune to these protests. They are just immune to any negative coverage that they are going to get. I don't know why they have got this much courage, how they have got this much, mental fortitude, how they have this much confidence in people that no matter what happens in this country, they are going to vote for them. But the way the voters of this country are acting for the last 12 years, I should say, yeah, they should get some kind of confidence. They should get like, yeah, we are immune. Anything happens against us, nobody is going to react. They will vote for us no matter what happens in this country. Yeah, because of the behavior of the people, because of the behavior of the voters, I think they have got this overconfidence that no matter what happens in this country, the voters are going to vote for us. It is really bad. It is really bad for democracy. This mindset is really bad for our country, and it is really bad for our democracy. But yeah, and many people were saying to Sonam Wangchuk that he should end this hunger strike, and I am one of those people. I think he should end this hunger strike before something bad happens to him, before his health worsens a lot. But he has said that I am thankful for all the wishes, I am thankful for all the people who are concerned about my health, but I want to say to those people that they should join me on a march that the CJP is going to organize on 20th of July. So it is something new, because 20th of July is the first day of the monsoon session of the parliament of this year. So the CJP along with Sonam Wangchuk, they have said that they are going to organize a march on 20th of July from Jantar Mantar up to the parliament. So it is really good. I think they are doing something new, and they have called upon people to join them, and I think people should join them. It will be really good if the crowd turns out in large numbers. It will be really good, and it will be a huge booster for the morale of the CJP and Sonam Wangchuk. They will take it like some form of motivation that people are with us, that the public of this country are with us, that the people for whom we are fighting against this government, they are with us. So it will be really good. I think people should join this protest, join this march on 20th of July. The people who live in Delhi or live close to Delhi, I think they should go and join this march. And the people who lives far away from Delhi and who can afford to go there on 20th of July, I think they should go and they should participate in this march. It will be really good. Alright, if you can do this, then I think you should do this. Okay, so it was this. And the other thing that I am going to talk about is this E20 petrol shit. I don't know, I was using my Twitter this afternoon, and every other tweet was about E20 petrol. Even the most intense and the big sycophants of the BJP are criticizing the BJP on this thing. I don't know why the government is pushing this. No one wants it. The insurance companies does not want it. The insurance companies do not want it, because insurance companies, it is plural, therefore we should use the word do. Insurance companies do not want it, the oil companies do not want it, the makers of the cars do not want it, the people of this country do not want the E20 petrol, but the government is just pushing it. I don't know why. And the funny thing is that everybody is questioning and criticizing Nitin Gadkari and Hardeep Singh Puri. Come on, they are not the head of the government. Narendra Modi, PM Modi is the head of the government. If anyone you should be questioning and criticizing is him. And I am a big believer that nothing happens in this government without the approval of PM Modi. He is like this head of the government, he is like the supreme force in this government. Nothing happens without his approval. And people are not even questioning him. It is really funny, They are just making Nitin Gadkari and Hardeep Singh Puri the scapegoat of all of this. Come on, you should also ask questions to him. It will be good. And Dharmendra Pradhan might be getting some size of relief. Yeah, because before this E20 petrol shit started, everybody was criticizing Dharmendra Pradhan. Everybody was asking his resignation. Everybody was saying that he is the most incompetent minister in the entire Modi cabinet. But now, after this E20 petrol has started, everybody has moved on to this Nitin Gadkari and Hardeep Singh Puri. Now everybody is after them. Now people are criticizing him. Nitin Gadkari is like the number one person in this Modi cabinet that everybody is after. He is like the most hated minister in the entire Modi cabinet right now. And if you look back about 3 to 4 years ago, he was like the most beloved person. He was like the most beloved minister in this entire cabinet. Everybody was like, yeah, he talks, but he does his job. He makes roads, he does all these wonderful things, and now everybody is criticizing him. The image turnaround started, I think, when he started making the tolls on every roads. The toll booths on every road. And there was this flood of the memes that he is going to install tolls on every other road. He is going to collect some revenue and he is going to install the tolls on every roads. And after the now this E20 petrol shit has started, and now everybody is after him. He is like the most incompetent minister, the most hated minister right now in the entire Modi cabinet. And nobody is criticizing Narendra Modi, which is really stupid, na? He is the head of the government. We should be asking him the questions. And the thing is that about 2 days ago, Nitin Gadkari has said that the parts of the cars, the vehicles, the parts of the vehicles, the gaskets, the washers, who are going to get damaged by this E20 petrol, the makers of the vehicles should repair them without taking any extra money from the, owners of those vehicles. So it is really funny because for the longest time Nitin Gadkari was saying that E20 petrol is safe. It is going to cause no harm to the vehicle. No part of the vehicle is going to harmed by this. But now, he is saying that some parts can get damaged by this E20 petrol. At least he has acknowledged that there is some harm, there is some damage that this E20 petrol can cause. So it is like a win for us. He has at least knelt a little. At least he has acknowledged that there are some problems with this. And I saw this meme, I don't know whether it's true or not, that Nitin Gadkari has said that ethanol and petrol, they provide the same mileage. I don't know, it is really stupid. I do not believe this, that he can say this. I think he is really not that stupid that he would say something like this, that ethanol and real petrol, they have the same mileage, they provide the same mileage. Because the energy generation that a liter of petrol does is 34 megajoule per liter, and ethanol produces 21 megajoule per liter. So there is a difference of 13 megajoule. So this is the cause of the mileage reduction, because there is no pure petrol. The pure petrol would provide 34 megajoule of the energy, and ethanol provides 21 megajoule of energy. So that explains why there is a drop in the mileage. And Saurav Joshi, you might know him. He is a very famous YouTuber, very famous vlogger. He is a fellow YouTuber, I should say. No, I think I should not say this because he is this huge YouTuber. He is very popular and I am just beginning. I am just a newbie here on this platform. Therefore, he is a huge YouTuber. He is a very big YouTuber. He has also said in one of his vlog that his Mercedes has also suffered from this mileage reduction thing. From E20 petrol, there is also a drop in mileage in his Mercedes also. And when he posted that video, he got attacked left, right and center by these BJP sycophants. Everybody was attacking him. I don't know why, because he was just saying what he has experienced, but I don't know. Everybody was attacking him about this, and he got nervous, I should say. I'm not using the word he got scared. I'm saying I think he got a little bit nervous. Therefore, he deleted that video from his YouTube channel as well as from his social medias. He got attacked and he relented, I should say. He deleted that video. But the words has spread on the social media that there is something that this E20 petrol is doing. The words has even spread to the common people who do not use social media, that there is something that this E20 petrol is doing, all right. So I don't know how long it is going to last, because the government is not showing any signs of pulling this move, or pulling E20 petrol, or at least providing options to people that they can buy pure petrol. There were some rumors that the government is contemplating a way in which it can provide pure petrol. It can give option to people that they can opt pure petrol for their vehicles, but Hardeep Singh Puri, the petroleum minister, the union petroleum minister, in an interview has said no, the government is not mulling this. The government is not thinking, the government is not contemplating anything like this. We are not going to provide them the options of pure petrol. They just have to, get this petrol. There are no options available for the people. So it is, I don't know why this government is doing this and why Modi ji is allowing this to happen. Because he has this knowledge of the pulse of people. He can sense when something happens wrong. He can sense when the people starts to turn against him. But I don't know why he's not doing anything in this case. I just told you now about that mindset. That I think he might be thinking, oh no matter what happens, people are just going to vote for me. He has got this mindset. I think this is the reason that he's not even saying something. He's not saying anything against this or on this. He's not saying anything on this because of that mindset I should say. Because I'm a firm believer nothing happens in this government without the approval of PM Modi. Yeah. So it was all from me. I have uploaded the same video on this very same topic about 10 minutes ago. And I was shirtless in that video. One of my friend, he saw me recording this video and I got a little bit scared. I got a little bit nervous. Therefore, I am making this video again and I am going to upload this too. So if you saw this video, do not see this video. And if you have seen this video, do not see that video. Alright? It will be good. So yeah, it was all from me today. It was nice talking to you. This is Mohammed Andaleep signing off once again. Tata. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye bye.